Hello heartfelt families, welcome and thank you for joining me today. I hope you're ready for another outdoor adventure together. Today I'm going to be sharing a favorite recipe of mine for you. It's a strawberry banana smoothie, but there's a secret ingredient which makes it extra delicious and extra nutritious for you. And the secret ingredient I'm gonna share with you is dandelions. Dandelions. You may have heard of them before. They're a plant, a flower that grows in your backyard or a park nearby. I'm sure that you've seen them before. But a dandelion is our secret ingredient today. The materials that you need for making this smoothie and for collecting dandelions. Well, I guess first you need a bucket to collect the dandelions and dandelion greens in. You need a guide, such as this one, or a picture of a dandelion greens, which I'll show you in just a minute, and I'll attach to this activity some picture guides of what a dandelion flower and dandelion greens look like, because when you are taking plants from anywhere, wild plants that you are going to eat, you always need to double and triple check to make sure that you know that this plant is a dandelion, or it is what you think it is. So always, always, always make sure you're foraging or looking for wild plants with a grown-up, and that you have a picture to look at to make sure that the plant you found is the right one. That's very important. So we are going to be foraging for dandelions to put in our smoothies today. Now, foraging is a pretty big word, and it means when you go out into the wild, such as into nature, in your backyard, into a local park, wherever you are exploring, and you're looking for plants that you can use to cook with or to eat, such as dandelions. So all of the parts of the dandelion plant are edible, so you can pick the flower, you can pick the stem, and you can pick the leaves from this plant. But again, make sure that you know for sure that it is a dandelion by checking with a picture, by checking with a grown-up, or by checking online. Make sure that it is a dandelion flower or leaf before you pick. So before you get started looking for your own dandelions, I'm going to show you some that I've found in my backyard, so you have an idea of what they look like and maybe where you might find them growing. So right here, I found a dandelion plant in my backyard, and it looks like this. Now, a lot of the times, you know the dandelion as you might recognize it for its yellow flowers that are everywhere in the spring. At this time, most of the yellow flowers aren't quite out yet. But the important part that we're picking today is the dandelion greens. And they look just like this. It kind of looks like a circle from above. And the leaves look like this. So they've got these pointy edges that kind of go up, kind of like arrows, all stacked on top of each other. So that's what a dandelion leaf looks like. And they usually grow in bunches, just like this, in the grass, or some grow like this one along the sides of things. See, there's those arrowhead leaves, just like that. Now right here, I just found one of the first dandelion flowers I've seen. So it's this cute little yellow flower, just like this. And as you can see here, surrounding it are those arrowhead leaves. So we know this is a dandelion because it has the yellow flower and those arrowhead leaves, just like that. So for our smoothies today, we're mostly gonna focus on harvesting the arrowhead leaves, or the greens. They're kind of like just salad greens. like spinach or kale. But if you are lucky enough to find one of the dandelion flowers, you can pick one of those too and add them to your smoothie for some extra color and flavor and nutrients. Dandelions! Dandelions! All right, folks. Happy foraging. Let's go. What do we do when we pick dandelion flowers and greens? What do we do before we eat them?
Check and then wash them.
That's right. Check with a grown-up and then wash them. High fives. All right, now that we have our freshly foraged dandelion greens, we are ready to make a smoothie. So the ingredients you'll need are your washed dandelion greens, about a cup or a bowl full. We're making our smoothie with bananas and strawberries. This is a really delicious blend that we like to do, but if you want to use other fruits or other berries, that's totally fine too. I like to use bananas because they're very sweet. So you need one banana, about a cup of strawberries, and you can use fresh or frozen, and then 1 cup of milk. I like to use coconut milk because it's delicious. All right, so shall we make our smoothie, Finn?
Yeah!
All right, take the lid off your blender, and first we're gonna add in the strawberries. So Finn, can you add in the strawberries? Do you wanna dump it or put them in one at a time?
Dump it.
Dump it, all right, go for it. Dump it. Strawberries. Next up, our banana. So I'm gonna peel the banana because the peel doesn't taste so good.
I want to put the banana in.
So we've got our banana in, our strawberries. Next up, our tasty, fresh dandelion greens. So you can dump those in. Oh, and you might need to push them down with your fingers or with a spoon.
There.
There we go.
There we go. Now,
And lastly, oh, I forgot the milk.
okay, the milk.
Your milk. Perfect. Thank you, Finn. Now we put on the lid. Oh, and we need to pull it apart.
Can I put it on?
Yep. So get your blender ready, and you might have a different blender than we do, but I'm gonna switch this over so it reaches. So turn your blender on and blend everything together. And sometimes you might need to use a spatula to kind of push everything down if it gets stuck to the sides. So we'll push it down and we'll blend for 1 more minute. All right, shall we try it, Finn?
Mm-hmm.
Take your blender out, grab a cup. Pour it in. What do you think? Dandelion fruit smoothie. Now, if you're feeling a little bit hesitant about using dandelions, something that you found in your backyard, I understand. It's not for everybody. So if you want to still make this delicious smoothie, instead of using dandelion greens, you can use pretty much any other greens you might have in your fridge, such as spinach, or I like to use kale. Dark leafy greens add lots of yummy nutrients and vitamins to your smoothie.